What adjective would I use to describe this day? I would say gorgeous. The birds are chirping their songs, even when the ears of humans desire not to listen to them. Welcome to Station 112.211, the show for all things Thunderfowl. I am your host, Tim Scott, a man of the hour, second, the millisecond, and a nanosecond. Where's my trophy? While I look for my prize, let us continue to the morning rabble. This broadcast is sponsored by Pixel and Play Arcade, the large arcade complex in the tourist trap district of downtown Thunderfell. Now you're probably thinking, hey Tim, how come I've never heard of Pixel and Play? Did my memory perhaps get wiped by an Umber Hulk or a neuralizer from a certain sci-fi movie? Well, don't worry, you didn't, because this complex has only recently arrived. Much like the gas station in the middle of the Flores intersection, the arcade spawned into existence, though it was intentionally conjured, rather than appeared incidentally. The tourist trap district is composed of these purposefully summoned buildings in order to attract people to Thunderfell. Though despite our several websites, each from every era of the internet depicting our town and all the interesting features it has, and advertisements we teleport into random houses across the US, we do not have a huge tourist population. Still, insiders can enjoy the district as much as outsiders. Anyway, back to the arcade. The creation of the Pixel and Play Arcade was a surprising one, but they immediately proved themselves to be an incredibly entertaining location. Later in the broadcast, I'll provide more information about the fun services they offer. For now, we'll continue on to the next part of the news. A conspiracy theory has been realized in town, dear community. The Waffle House distortion has finally arrived in Thunderfell. Now, we've all read the posters on the Thunderfell Square bulletin board. We've seen the fence and the banner reading, "Coming soon, Waffle House," and we've waited patiently for it. And now, it is here. While the plan of action has not yet been determined, currently, Citizen Council members have denied entrance into the building. I can see it from my window. The yellow tiles which hold the name of the establishment keep changing colors and fonts, while sounds like a washing machine jingle emanate from it at random times. There's now a different type of fence around it, one electric and expensive. We have yet to see anyone enter or exit the building, and the energy it sends into the world is concerning. Like, if I were to describe it, I would say it's like the aura of witnessing dark clouds encroaching on a long trip, and the road is slick and already wet, so you're afraid that once the rain starts, you'll hydroplane and careen into a ditch or something. For now, avoid the Waffle House distortion, no matter how enticing the aromas are, or how much of a respite it seems on the way home from a long commute. It was bound to happen, and we will persevere. In other news, a Coiled Abyss elementary student has gone missing. One Valerie Mildew, whose family lives on Bell Court, right next to Kelgic Street and the Withering Cemetery, disappeared during lunch last Monday, with the police looking for her now. Alongside the report, the Mildew family hired one Ray Colton, our town PI, to look for her as well. I managed to get an interview with him about the situation. Here it is. So, Ray, how is the hunt for Valerie Mildew? It is certainly going. Really? Have you interrogated the faculty yet? Interrogate is a strong word, Tim. I did ask a few questions, yes, mostly about if she was inclined to run away, if she had any bullies, troubles at home, etc. Wow, sounds very investigative. It is. From what I figured out, she goes hiking a lot with her family, up the Silver Trail and the Down Soul Forest Park. There's a small area she especially likes, so I'm planning on looking for clues up there. So you think she ran away? Knowing this town? No. But it's just a place to start. True. If anyone sees Valerie Mildew, please help her or call her parents. She has brown eyes, silver blonde hair, and was last seen wearing a Pokemon t-shirt, denim shorts, and Twinkle Toes Skechers. Hope she returns to her family soon, and good luck to the police and Ray. This has been the Morning Rabble. Welcome back to the Mental Health Corner, where we reach for inner peace and skills to calm our unsteady souls. This segment is dedicated to a tool known as cognitive behavioral therapy, which is considered one of the best skills you can learn to help better your mental health. CBT believes in the idea of challenging negative thoughts, as we humans tend to believe said thoughts until they are intertwined into our fate. If you think you can't ace a test, you won't. If you can't impress your crush, you won't. These ideas of ourselves cause us not to reach our full potential in a variety of things. So today, we will take a step in a direction that will break said barrier. A good way to do this is list the most common negative thoughts you have. Maybe get a piece of paper out. Then, consider all the times those negative thoughts were correct or evident. Consider the situation regarding those scenarios and what led to them in the first place. For example, one thought I have is that I will never grow as a person. That history is damned to repeat for me, never becoming a better person. Now I consider the situations where I repeated a mistake or did something again. And then I make a promise to myself to learn from those situations and observe when the clues it is repeating again are apparent. I switched those thoughts to, I will never grow as a person until I make an effort, which I know I can do. It turns the negativity into positivity, allowing me to come to terms with those ideas and spinning them around. Please try it sometime. It really helps to know you are strong enough to power through those thoughts. This has been a segment on CBT. Continuing with the story of the Pixel and Play Arcade, or rather as part of the sponsorship, we are here to provide the variety of entertainment options at this amazing new location. Now, as a heads up, this place is not just an arcade. They actually say in their sign out front, in miniature font, that the full name of the establishment is Pixel and Play Arcade and Entertainment Center, complete with a bowling alley and laser tag. It's an absurdly long name, so obviously they would shrink it for the sake of site designing. I will continue to refer to it as the Pixel and Play Arcade for now, but remember, it is not just an arcade. For starters, we'll discuss the features of the arcade, since that is the main source of fun in this building. The arcade spans a pretty hefty amount of the building, several aisles of games to either side of the customer's peripheral. You have all of the classic arcade games in the Pixel and Play arsenal. Claw machines, metallic pits with plushies upon plushies stacked on each other, smothering themselves with hot, desperate breath. Racing games, chairs or plastic motorcycles you can sit in and spasm to death upon as you drive haphazardly through pixelated streets and crash into every single pedestrian you come across. And even a corner for the classic games of the 1980s, such as the original Ultra Nicola Sisters, the Washington Path, Partio, Area Simulators, Millipede, Z, Ernie, etc. So if you're looking for a bit of nostalgia, parents with unruly children, might I guide you to the Pixel and Play Arcade? Alongside their incredibly vast arcade, the name does mention a bowling alley, which is not a lie. Their alley boasts 26 lanes, with comfortable seats and vibrant ultraviolet lights that make everything burst with neon color. They have a vast array of bowling balls and shoes for rent, and the prices are super low because of its recent opening. They're also going to offer a league soon, in competition alongside the official Sunderfell Bowling Alley on Serdam Street. While I'm not an athletic person, I may join alongside my roommate Carl, since he's a pro at the craft. And finally, the laser tag arena. State-of-the-art laser weapons and protective vests, up to 20 people in the arena at a time, secret passageways, and power-ups? If all of these sound like they suit your fancy, then come on down. The arena is easy to reserve ahead of time for parties, or you could just run in and join the game randomly. I think I'll go there myself after the broadcast, with my friends Bailey and Bernard, who you might have heard on the radio. They're super great. Let us head to the ad break. Some say it's always 5 o'clock in the world. We say it's always McDonald's time somewhere in the world. We're not those Margaritaville idiots. Now, stop complaining about a time loop and eat your greasy burger and fries. Ba-da-ma-ba. Hey, Sunderfell boat rental employee here. Sanders Schmidt says you should rent a boat and take it out to the lake. Super relaxing and super cheap. I don't know what else to tell you. That should be reason enough to want to come to the pier and borrow a boat for a few hours. Is it not? Geez, you're needy. Did you want him to deliver a well-written statement listing all the reasons why you should rent a boat on a silver platter with a lukewarm cup of tea for you, dear sir? Shut up. Just get a damn boat and stop trying to extort kindness from us. We don't give it out for free. Thank you. Answer the call. Answer the call. Answer the goddamn call! What are you, deaf? Hello everyone, we're back for another Tips and Tricks with Bailey and Tim. Heck yeah! Welcome back, Bailey.
Thank you, kind radio host. It seems for once, this town is big enough for the two of us.
Indeed. So, what is the context for our TNT today?
Car rides. What to do when you have a long commute or a huge trip and can't look at your phone in risk of a car accident.
Excellent. I will go first this time. So, dear community, you know those classic car ride games people play? Like I Spy or Left Lane, Right Lane? Well, I have a family secret game that my mother, Sheldon, and I loved playing when we went on trips to our grandmother in Linda Falls.
Linda Falls? Thunderfell's sister city? Your grandmother lives there?
Mm-hmm. The game is called Cloud Watching. On sparsely cloudy days, you can give yourself a prompt and observe the strange wispy shapes, folding your imagination to try and make a cloud fit the prompt. If you have people with you, you can do a point system. One time, my mom made us do sea animals, and Sheldon said one cloud looked like a whale covered in barnacle, and it earned him 5 points because we could all believe he saw a whale in that cloud. It's super fun.
Aw, that sounds sick.
Now your turn, Bailey.
Alright, you know how cars allow you to put CDs into them and play music? Well, there are these special interactive CDs you can buy on the dark web that make your car's interface become a plaza for a bunch of fun games. I have one that's movies themed, and it takes over my steering wheel and projects a screen on my window. It's chaos from there.
That sounds amazing! How expensive are they?
I know a guy on Reddit who sells them super cheap. I can hook you up.
Oh, thank you. Well, those were our tips and tricks for today. Thank you for joining me, Bailey.
Thank you for letting me join Tim. Have a great day, dear community.
Wait, if a person driving has to play with an interactive CD, that's basically like being on their phone, isn't it?
Telepathy, idiot.
Oh, right. To end off our sponsored broadcast, I have a message from the owner of the Pixel and Play arcade, Tyler Carroll. Here is said message. Hello, community. I'm Tyler. As Mr. Scott has probably mentioned already, I help manage the arcade alongside my staff. Now, running an arcade isn't easy. Sure, while I love providing you all with a place to have fun and engage with your human members of your community, it is a privilege you all must respect. The unsummoning of this building can occur if enough people disrespect my staff, break arcade games, or disappear after playing in the ball pit. All I can say is, please follow the rules of Pixel and Play. We thank you all so much for your support and hope to see you there. We know you'll love it. Thanks for the message, Tyler. Up next is the entire OST of a popular video game, played in alphabetical order so as to not spoil any gamers who haven't played it yet. Fare thee well.